And welcome back. Well, this Thursday, March 13th, is Match Day here in Milwaukee.
20 local nonprofit agencies will have the opportunity to double their contributions made to them for one day only. And one of those agencies is Advocates of Ozaukee. The executive director, Barb Fisher, is now here with us to explain how they're working to end domestic and sexual violence for about 34 years now.
For about 34 years now, yes. We celebrate 35th anniversary in 2015.
It's an important mission, and you need help to do that, right? So
we really do, and things have changed in the environment of domestic violence and sexual assault over the last few years, in that a lot of the people who came to see us prior to the last few years had outside support. They had families who could help them with prescriptions or whatever they might need, gas to get to appointments and that kind of thing. That has really changed, and right now the agencies are really being put in a position of helping to provide that support. And that's why Match Day is so wonderful for us, because it gives us some extra funds in order to be able to help people with the basics, the real basics that they need in order to get back on their feet and to get out of an abusive relationship.
Well, break down Match Day. How does Match Day work for people who haven't taken part in it last year? Because last year was the first year here in Milwaukee.
Well, there are a couple of years before that. It was our first year last year.
First year for Ozaukee.
Right. And the way it works is that people go online and they make a donation with a credit card, and that donation you can choose some to any of the charities, something to all the charities, or your specific charity, and that money then comes back to the agency along with a proportional match.
where is it coming from?
Greater Milwaukee Foundation has done a fantastic job of pulling together. I know one is the Brewers Foundation, and I know there are a number of other smaller foundations also that have come together and chipped in money for this match.
So who is your typical client or person that you're, is there a typical client? Is it from someone from every walk of life?
There really isn't a typical client. There is someone from every walk of life. And, you know, being in Ozaukee County, a lot of times people think, well, they're people with money, they don't need assistance, they don't need help. And even if that victim is coming from a situation where they are fairly wealthy or they do have some money, most times she won't have access to any of that money for a very long time because it has to go through the court process and other things. And oftentimes there's financial abuse involved, and she doesn't even know where the money is or how much there is or anything like that. But I think, you know, we have clients anywhere from 5 years old to 70 years old. We see some in the shelter, we see some in outreach, and a lot of kids in the schools will come up to us after presentations in the schools. So it's really a broad base of people that most people think they don't know anybody who's ever been in that situation, but you do.
So you might have a child seek you out. You've had that experience where they hear your presentation and they come forward?
Absolutely. Wow. That happens quite often, actually.
So the money last year, too, you said a lot of people during the break who donated last year were brand new donors to your organization. Yeah. What does the money go to do? What does it help?
Well, with Advocates, what it's going to help is that pretty much that basic needs fund, being able to give people. We had a woman who kept trying to get a job, and she couldn't get a job, and we couldn't figure out what was going on, and it turns out she needed glasses. She couldn't read the applications, so she wasn't filling them in appropriately. So to be able to do that kind of thing to help people get the little stuff they need to get to the big stuff, which is staying away from that abusive relationship, it's really, really important, and that's what we do with it.
Do you help someone who's in an emergency type of situation? Would you help them be able to relocate or find emergency shelter? Or?
Absolutely. We do it all the time. If for some reason they can't come into our shelter, say we're full, or they're from another location, actually, we'll work with the other domestic violence agencies in the area. Even in Minneapolis or whatever, we've helped people get bus tickets to get back to their family in Tennessee or whatever the case may be.
And there's counseling available for people?
Yes. We actually have 2 licensed counselors on our staff, and they do a lot of one-on-one counseling. And then we also have case managers who do a lot of work with people, just helping to get them through the system that's there to help them. Because in a lot of cases, these women have been very isolated. So they really don't know where the food pantries are, or they don't know where or how they can advocate for themselves to get funding to help support themselves and their family.
So Match Day is very important for organizations like yours and many in our community.
Exactly.
It's 24 hours. It starts this Thursday, midnight to midnight. People can go on and choose Advocates of Ozaukee.
Please do.
And please choose. Yeah, because it's clear. It stays here. It helps so many people in our community who really need the help. So Match Day again, Thursday, this Thursday the 13th for 24 hours. Visit matchdaymke.com. .org, and remember, you're getting free money to give to these organizations to match your dollar. So thanks for being here, Barb.
Oh,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you for having me.
Thanks, Barb.